Cameron Hamilton poised to lead FEMA once more. Cameron Hamilton defended the agency last year when President Trump talked about eliminating it. When he took the helm of the Federal Emergency Management Agency at the start of President Trump's second term, he wasn't an obvious choice. He had worked in emergency situations in combat zones and on the US-Mexico border, but hadn't handled natural disasters. He said he wanted to serve in the Trump administration and help safeguard FEMA, telling a podcast last year that he believed strongly in the agency's mission. In fact, he told a House hearing in May 2025 that he disagreed with Mr. Trump's suggestion that FEMA should go away. He was fired as acting director the next day. Barely a year later, Mr. Hamilton, who was 40 years old, is back and poised to lead the disaster agency. The Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee is expected to advance his nomination on Wednesday, which would set the stage for a full Senate vote. His return illustrates not just a reversal of fortunes, but also how FEMA's standing has improved within the administration as it became clear that shuttering the agency was unpopular among many states. Still, some storm-prone communities worry about the administration's cuts to FEMA's staff and its talk of shifting more responsibility for disasters to state governments. It's not clear whether the agency and Mr. Hamilton are ready for hurricanes, floods, or a potentially extreme El Niño weather pattern. Samantha Montano, a professor of emergency management at the Massachusetts Maritime Academy and a frequent critic of the Trump administration's disaster management policy, said, "He does not know fundamental operational aspects of FEMA. He has not been in the field long enough for that to be possible." She also noted that Mr. Hamilton appears to lack the extensive experience in emergency management that is required by law. After the failures in FEMA's response to Hurricane Katrina in 2005, Congress mandated that the agency's leader must have a demonstrated ability in and knowledge of emergency management and homeland security and at least 5 years of executive leadership and management experience in the public or private sector. Under previous administrations, including Mr. Trump's first term, FEMA chiefs typically had decades of experience leading disaster response in city or state governments. Mr. Hamilton does not meet that benchmark. He served in the Navy SEALs for a decade before working for 8 years as an emergency management specialist at the State Department and as a division director at the Homeland Security Department. Administration officials said those roles involved planning and carrying out crisis response work, keeping U.S. personnel and facilities safe in dangerous environments, and managing more than 4,000 emergencies. However, that experience does not satisfy the statutory requirement for FEMA leadership, which calls for direct emergency management background and a proven track record in disaster response. The coming Senate vote will decide whether Hamilton's unconventional resume will be accepted as sufficient to lead the nation's primary disaster response agency. Thanks for listening.